Over 300 online courses, no added textbooks required, and one fee for the entire family. If you want to homeschool, go to schoolhouseteachers.com/cow and use the coupon code COW.
Guys, I'm just warning you right now up front, okay? This video is going to be salty. Because look, I have a very special place in my heart for moms. Your mom specifically. Just kidding, just kidding. I have a special place in my heart for homeschool moms. Yes, these women, God bless them, work tireless hours trying to get their kids the best education possible. And how are they thanked for this? By being asked annoying questions that attempt to invalidate their efforts. Give me a break. Today, we're gonna talk about all the super passive-aggressive questions that homeschool moms get asked by their peers.
Annoying question number 1.
Are you qualified to be a teacher? How do you know what he's supposed to be learning?
This one is annoying because it reaches deep down to their identity as a mother.
Are you qualified to train your child? Maybe you should let someone else do that. The homeschool mom is immediately put on the defensive.
Oh, well, I follow a curriculum. They go to a co-op. I mean, I make sure that they're learning.
But really, the homeschool mom wants to say something like this, but doesn't because it would seem rude.
I wonder who knows what my child needs. Is it you? Or maybe it's his mother.
Next up.
Annoying question number 2.
Don't you want your kids to have friends?
What are you supposed to say to this? The implicit argument being made here is that homeschooled kids can't have friends, so if you homeschool your kid, you don't want them to have friends. So you end up making excuses for yourself by saying something like this.
Well, we do have them involved in co-op and some sports, and of course they have friends at church, so, you know, they do have friends.
But what you really want to say is this.
Actually, I specifically decided to homeschool him because I don't want him to have friends. I'm a terrible person. If you'll excuse me, I need to go lock him back up in the basement.
Okay, so how about this one?
Annoying question number 3.
How are your kids gonna get into college if they're homeschooled?
Oh yeah, haven't you heard? Colleges only accept kids who go to public and private schools.
No homeschoolers allowed!
You're really sacrificing a lot when you decide to homeschool your kid because you're ruining their chance at a normal life. Completely stunting their growth. Or not.
Oh, yeah, I've got them dual enrolled. They're taking ACT prep classes. They're doing just fine. Just like your kids, I'm sure.
But deep down, there is a part of you that wants to say this.
Oh my goodness, college? I completely forgot about college. Sorry, son, I guess you can't go to college because Mommy forgot.
Now, switching gears, here's a weird one that you'll hear from time to time.
Annoying question number 4.
You homeschool your kid? What are you afraid of? School shootings?
It just seems like such an extreme example. And it's really insulting because it assumes that homeschooling comes from a place of fear. Like as if parents are just sitting around watching the news and saying, all right, that's it. If there's one more shooting, we're homeschooling. Anyways, you end up responding something like this.
I'm not afraid of anything. I enjoy teaching my kids.
But what you really mean is this.
Why don't you homeschool your kids? What are you afraid of? See how condescending that sounds?
Pretty condescending. Now this next one, it's not a question, but it's something that every homeschool mom has heard many times.
Annoying question number 5.
You homeschool your kid? I could never do that.
This one is funny because I think the person you're talking to assumes that you judge them for not homeschooling their kids, so they're trying to cut it off at the knees. Clever, but what are you supposed to say to this?
I could never do that.
Oh, well then don't. I don't care.
All right, next up is a classic in terms of cliche things people don't realize are cliche when they're saying them. Here we go.
Annoying question number 6.
But what about prom? Aren't you afraid of your child missing out on experiences?
Okay, so, teen pregnancy is a real problem, all right? Let's be real. And by the way, if your kid is in a co-op, they've probably been to like 3 proms by the time they graduate. This is just such a mind-boggling, dumb thing to say. And anyone who homeschools knows how dumb this is, but you can't give it back to them the way you want to because then you're gonna look like you're being defensive.
We have him involved in a lot of activities and he's had a lot of fun experiences. I'm sure as many as your kid has.
But if only you could
really give it to him.
I know. I feel like I'm just a monster for depriving my kid of a one-size-fits-all education where he has to sit on his butt for 8 hours a day, but he doesn't get to go to prom. I'm just the worst.
And finally, here is my absolute favorite one.
Annoying question number 7.
You homeschool your kid? What is that, like some kind of religious thing? No, man. The way they always say religious, like homeschooling is some sort of weird cult rather than a perfectly rational alternative to our family educational system in this country. Honestly, guys, my advice is to just not worry about what other people think. You don't have to prove yourself to other people. And if they want to make assumptions about you or judge you, well, have some fun with it.
What is that, like some kind of religious thing?
Oh yeah, homeschooling is 100% a religious thing.
What is your son saying?
Oh, he's speaking in tongues. He says if you don't leave in 5 seconds, he's gonna cast a homeschooler spell on you.
All right, I'm done with you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for 7 more annoying questions homeschool moms get asked. Are you a parent wanting to homeschool your kids, but you're completely overwhelmed at the thought? I mean, where do you even start? Wouldn't it be great if there was one place where you could go for everything? Well, I've got good news for you, my friend. Nobody makes homeschooling easier than our friends at schoolhouseteachers.com. They have over 300 online courses that are self-paced. No added textbooks required. And you get tools for report cards and transcripts. Hundreds of streaming videos, classes for all ages, and the best part? It's one fee for the whole family. No matter how many children you have or how many classes you want to take. If you want to learn more, go to schoolhouseteachers.com/cow. Because if you go to that link and use the coupon code COW, you'll get a monthly membership for just $9.95 per month. That's a really good deal for school, guys. Okay, let's do the math. Go check it out. That's schoolhouseteachers.com/cow. And now, 7 more annoying questions homeschool moms get asked.
Mom, can I play Minecraft? Mom, can I be done with school for the day? Mom, can I take a break and watch TV? Better yet, can I watch TV while I do school? Mom, can I watch The Price is Right before I start my school today? Mom, if I double up next week, can I take the week off from school so that I can focus on my treehouse? Mom, I went outside today. Can that count as science class? Mom, can I watch a movie over at Billy's? It only has 2 bad words. I counted them. I looked it up.